By the age of 20, I was out of control. I couldn't control it. Somewhere along the lines in high school, I partied quite a bit, and at some point I ran into opiates, lower tabs, and the very first time I ever tried them, I loved them. And then by college, I started doing Opana, which is oxymorphone, and within just a few days of doing oxymorphone Opana, I was hooked, where I absolutely could not stop. 12 hours without it and I'd be in full-blown physical withdrawal. The pills were running $100 a piece for a 40 milligram Opana, and I was just getting out of college and I wasn't making that much money, and I don't know anybody who could really support that habit. You need 3 or 4 of them a day. That's a $400 a day habit. Somebody came over, one of my friends or dealers or whatever you want to call them, and they had heroin, and yeah, I did it. It was surprisingly, it wasn't like a big, oh my God, I'm about to do heroin or anything like that. It was like, I'm really, really sick right now. I can't think, I can't eat, I can't stop going to the bathroom, and this is gonna make me feel better. Of course I'm gonna do this. And then I did it, and it cost me 1/4 as much money, twice as good of a high. And from that point on, I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Those years were dark, overdosing all the time. I mean, it's just a very regular thing for you to overdose or for you to witness other people overdosing. It's just a scary, dark place to be. I mean, you have to have this stuff, but you're risking your life every single time you do it. I went out, I fell out and overdosed. And it was just, I don't know what was different this time. Everyone around me was crying. The crazy thing is when someone falls out, they don't know it. They're unaware of how horrific it is to all those around them. But whenever you wake up, I mean, everyone I was with was just bawling, and they were like, man, you were gone for like 15 minutes. I could see it in their eyes, like, that I was gone, and that it was a miracle that I was back. And I walked right into the bathroom, right there, and called and asked for help for the first time. It was just a great sense of relief, really. Everybody wanted to help me. For years, everybody in my family, all my friends, and everybody who loved me constantly tried to help me, but it wasn't until that point in the bathroom that day that I was ready for their help. And so when I finally just gave in, I just took all my pride and my ego and said, I can't do this on my own, and I'm willing to do whatever you guys want me. I'll do anything if you guys think it'll help. My solution used to be drugs and alcohol, and now my solution is a spiritual practice. I live a spiritual way of life now, and I spend my time trying to help other drug addicts recover from this disease instead of getting high. I get more relief from helping other drug addicts than anything else that I do. Even though I may still make mistakes, I may still be dishonest on sometimes, the difference is when you're recovered is that you may still be dishonest, but you recognize it. The tattoos are, it's a form of therapy for me, for sure. I don't really know how to explain it, but there's just something about it that when I'm getting tattooed, it's really kind of puts me in a meditative state where I can really just, it's very introspective, and I can just, I figure a lot of things out when I'm in there in the tattoo shop. I don't even know how, but it just happens. Meditation is listening to the universe. That's the way that I see it. We take time, we do all these things, and we talk to the universe and we ask for things, but I think meditation is time just to sit with yourself and get centered and listen. Sometimes you might hear something, sometimes you might not. 19 months ago, there was a part of me there, when I wasn't sober, but it was pretty hard to dig and find the real me, I think, at that point, after years and years of drug abuse. But now I think I'm a son again to my mom and dad, and I'm a brother to my sister and brother, and that really, those things are enough for me to really try to keep this thing going, because they didn't have me for a long time. They just had like this shell of me that was just going through a lot of pain, and I think I'm actually a son and a brother again.